Hello everyone, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to, I believe, part 5 of my Nordic Federation. I hope that's correct, or else everything is going to end up being one off for this whole series. Anyway, I think, because I'm recording it all ahead of time. So we're working on getting a designated Nordic parliament right now, and we're also saving up some political power so we can go to partial mobilization. Once again, though, the issue I'm seeing is that there doesn't seem to be any major way for world tension to rise unless Japan, well actually never mind, I was going to say unless Japan and Russia end up going to war. So does somebody want to explain to me why this did not spike the tension? Who makes the world? Oh, the Kaiserreich devs, that's right. But this has become just a designated Nordic parliament, you know, this is a Nordic Federation exploration playthrough more than anything by now. Alright, so we've got a couple of tanks over here. There's some motorized. What else? We got cavalry. Let's keep these all together. What's up here? Militia. Let's put them there. And we'll convert all of these to the regular infantry divisions. We have plenty of equipment right now. So, yeah, that's a garbage template. Let's try to find something a little bit better, yeah? Okay, that's slightly better. These are the Swedish ones. We have cavalry in them for some freaking reason. Right. Section 2, the legislative branch. Article 8, the Nordic Parliament shall be a separate body elected by the people of each constituent country according to proportional representation. Article 9, the lower house shall consist of one assembly of not more than 300 members. Article 10, the upper house shall consist of one assembly of not more than 150 members. Article 11, the upper house and the lower house will together form the Nordic Parliament. With these and more articles, the legislative branch of the Nordic Federation has been decided upon. A separate Nordic Parliament will serve as the legislative branch of the Nordic Federation. Okay, so let's read what's next here. We can have a council of monarchs or every king a turn. Each one rules for 2 years, then revolves power to the monarch of the next country. That's very Roman in some ways, like with the Roman Republic's system. But what's under here? Once again, it is not. It is not exclusive. Where's Section 4, huh? But I think we're going to go with a council of kings. No, actually, let's go with every king a turn. So they will... Council of bureaucratic problems and disagreements. The Council of Monarchs will form the federal government. I like the... You know what? I'm just going to flip a coin. Alright. Heads is council. Tails is the rotation. Oh, shoot. Here we go. Coin flip ASMR. Shh, listen. We got heads, so Council of Kings it is. Don't really care too much. I'm sure every decision I make regarding this new Nordic Federation's government is going to result in a lot of complaining down below. We're definitely not going to solidify control, but I think it might not be the worst idea to do a police crackdown. You got some people who are rioting, a little bit upset about this whole Federation thing. Crack down on them a little bit. Oh, forgot to go to partial mobilization though. Dang it. Dang it. I swear I'm about to just boost the frickin' world tension manually so we can help take out the Union of Britain. Alright. Whoa, geez, our fuel is disappearing basically instantly, just trying to merge my fleets. Not even deploying them anywhere yet. I thought there was some oil up here, or I thought somebody got an event where they get oil. No? Well, that's a problem. It's going to take over 5 years now to fill back up the fuel I just used. That's ridiculous. Well, what can we do now then? Venice is independent too. Is Venice ever going to expand or attempt to? I don't think they do. They just choose what type of government they want to be, which they haven't yet. Economic miracle. They can go foreign policy stuff here. Alright. And we're almost out of civilian factories. We have very few. Only 20, so a lot of them are getting eaten up by the consumer goods right now. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I forgot to move us up. Okay, let's get Eric off Edholm. Very cool. He's an infantry officer. Very nice. Good stats everywhere. Not so much on the defense, but the rest is good. We'll just move one of these over. Alright, the head of the Federation, Article 34. The Federal Council shall jointly take upon themselves the office of head of the Federation. The heads of state of the constituent countries take seat in the Federal Council. Article 35. The Federal Council shall appoint the Federal Prime Minister and his cabinet on the advice of the Nordic Parliament. With these words, the reality is solidified that the Federal Council will act as a monarch in a constitutional monarchy. A fair manner in which none of the constituent countries will be negatively impacted. A fair deal. Okay, so then now, what kind of judicial autonomy? If a Dane were to judge a Swede case, this would be bound to create nationalistic friction. Local judiciaries ought to remain in place. The highest court of each country shall be replaced by a single Nordic High Council of Judges, which shall have the last word in the most controversial of cases. So like a Supreme Court. We should merge the judicial branches of all member states into a single federal judiciary. This will promote equal lawgiving in the entire federation, and thereby promote ever closer federation. Yeah, I suppose so. Isn't that the point, right? We're going all the way with it. Nice coat of arms. I haven't mentioned this, but it doesn't look too bad. So let's start taking a look. Looks like we have. Okay, so we've got to merge the national navies. That's for sure. But we can maintain separate militaries, which increases recruitable population. Well, both of them do. But this gives us lower training time by merging it all. And really, it's a question of if I'm going... Oh, well, I've gone mobile, so I have to merge the armies. Well, that worked out. That didn't take much thinking at all, did it? Nothing particularly spectacular, though, going on in these trees. It looks like the command power gain a little bit more. That's kind of cool, but nothing super thrilling here, except for the first ones. These are like the best ones. All right. Nordic Standard, 0.25 political power. Nordic Model, 0.25 political power. Well, these are all different, of course, so... Yeah, better industry. Nah, I don't need the industry. I need population more than anything. Advance the integration. This is afterwards. Okay, political power, political power. There's a lot of stuff here that... I just noticed... yeah, we've got national spirits I haven't looked at. So we have conflicting services right now, which is increasing our research speed, interestingly enough, but it lowers our stability and daily political power gain. However, we also have an artificially divided fleet, but I just merged them all. Fleet coordination minus 8%, convoy rating and efficiency minus 10%. All right. Okay, so advancing the integration. So this is political power, remove national spirit language barrier, but we don't have that. Oh, here it is. Replace conflicting services with educational discrepancy. Then there's a language barrier. Then it finally goes away. Okay, Section 5, the Judicial Branch. Article 58, constituent countries may not entertain their own courts of law. The exercise of the judiciary power shall be governed only by federal law. Extraordinary courts of justice with judicial power shall not be established. The exercise of the judiciary power shall be governed only by statute. Extraordinary courts of justice with judicial power shall not be established. Article 60, the administration of justice shall always remain independent of the executive power. Rules to this effect shall be laid down by federal law. That's kind of what the United States did. They talked about a Supreme Court being created in the Constitution, but there's very little details. Like the actual rules came later. Article 61, the administration of justice shall always remain independent of the executive power. Rules to this effect shall be laid down by statute. With these articles, one Nordic judicial system for all constituent countries will be established. A few articles more and their independence will be optimally secure. I don't know if the constituent countries will approve of this. The constituent countries will not be amused. So okay, we've angered people a little bit. All right. So I guess if I took so does that mean if I had done the joint sessions in every king a turn, they might have been upset? But wouldn't the constituent countries be happier if they had a little bit more power, a little bit more autonomy? Or could it be because everybody was up for creating the Federation, they'd be upset that it's not close enough? Or something? I'm not sure. Well, in any case, so we're going to ratify the Constitution. So this says, with all the most important questions out of the way, it is time to let representatives of the federal member states ratify the federal Constitution, making our Federation a little more real. Hey, I've already got cores. It seems pretty real to me. But I guess well, surely it can't be rejected. Because then what's going to happen? Is everyone going to break up again? Well, that's probably what would happen, huh? You'd break back up into Norway, Sweden, and stuff. But then how would the armies get redistributed? What if you just got to gang them over? I don't know. Or maybe it's going to be something where you get different effects depending on how happy the constituents are, or something like that. Wow, look at this, 33% research speed right now, additional. We're moving quick. This conflicting services ain't too bad. Actually, I do prefer to have some political power, I think. So maybe it's a little bit bad. But let's ratify the Constitution first, and then we're gonna do something about this world tension. Because I'm sure I've lost a lot of you because we haven't had a war going on ever. So you want something a little bit more interesting to be happening. You have no army experience whatsoever. Does anybody have Marines researched? No. Okay, maybe I need to research some Marines then. But I was just thinking about, like, let's go help with the Union of Britain or something. They're down to 7 divisions, but they still have that huge navy protecting them. So the Entente can't break through to attack them. They're doing the Sahara census and inventory after they've returned to the continent. Return to Paris. Yes, they removed all the stuff. They restored the suspended constitution. And Pétain is still in charge. This is another reason I need to get the custom game rules is so that you can join factions, even if, like, or just guarantee independence and stuff like that. You need really specific rules to make democracies a little bit more dynamic to play. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, what is happening in the rest of the world? The Qing are not at war with anybody. There's a lot of fighting that's been going on over here in the former Dutch East Indies. Well, the East Indies. I don't know what Australasia's going to do. I don't think they can join anybody when they go this path. Trying to check that, though. Right, they can do ties with Japan, I think. Syndicalist aligned social democratic government. I wonder if they ever will make it possible for Japan to go syndicalist or whatever, because there's a lot of references to the syndicalist party, the socialist parties in Japan when you play as them, but you can never become them. Well, I guess that's what causes the National Security Act to have to be formed. So then how would that work? Would they be able to join the Eastern Syndicalist Union? Would they? Would they do their own thing? Would they join the Third Internationale? So many questions. You're not allowed to do this yet. No national focus. Have they been locked out or something? Are they not able to take anything? It's a little weird. And what's this fighting here? Oh, between Poland and Lithuania. National populace versus national populace violence. Just like what was happening. Well, not exactly different ideologies, but you had the commune versus Brazil. Well, those totalists versus syndicalists. Totalists versus totalists was more like Ukraine versus Belarus over here. Alright, we're just about to ratify the Constitution. Excellent. The Constitution has been formalized in a festive ambiance. It has been symbolically accepted by the federal parliament and then been signed by each of the monarchs of the member states in a new federal capital of Gothenburg. With this, the Federation has truly been officiated and the Constitution has been empowered. A truly glorious day for the boreal nations of Scandinavia. Hurrah! Federal Council is now de jure head of state. Stability plus 10%. Gains national spirit in Nordic Court of Law, which grants minus 5% stability. Effects of our partisans plus 5%. Curiouser and curiouser. Well, let's have our elections. Let's get off of this authoritative democracy crap. With the Constitution probably established, it is time for NTC, mostly made up of civil servants, to transfer power to an elected federal government. To this end, the first pan-Nordic elections will have to be organized. So, what do we got here? If we do social majority, then we get 5% research, more monthly population, more recruitable population, political power, manpower, 25% stability, damn. And then leads to plus 25% political power gain, effect of our partisans increase. Who cares about the partisans? Trade deals, surrender limits up. So model, standard, example. If we went liberal, it looks like we can go both ways over here. So we can take a few things. Stability, civilian factories down to standard. And if we went conservative, we get division organization up, recruitable population up a little bit, infrastructure, who cares about that, political power, stability, religious. Oh, so is this just in different orders that things get? So for example, 5% for research speed here, 5% there. Let's see, recovery rate plus 10% or organization plus 15%. This gives me manpower. This is more stability here on the left. So the only thing I wouldn't have access to is infrastructure, and oh wow. Besides that, the differences are kind of minimal. I guess it's also if I want recruitable population factor or recruitable population. Anything up here, these will bypass. So okay, the actual coalition or majority focuses don't give me anything. Surrender limit, immaterial. I'm not going to lose. Trade deal, opinion factor, maybe, but none of these are really spectacular. I would say they're fine. They're good boosts. I think social democracy is the way we're going to go. This is what I'm a little bit more interested in, though, is advancing the integration. 25% bonuses for construction. How weird. Alright, we've got 36 divisions here. 24, they're really infantry. We have no way of getting army experience at the moment. If I got world tension up, I'd have to build Marines. Guess we're going to do that. We're going to get some Marines. Get some Marines and keep making these better. Because I know a lot of you want to see a war of some kind. Damn it! It's mouse wheel. Gotta remember, just use the keyboard. Union of Britain keeps trying to do these invasions. How big's my navy again? A little bit over 100 ships. They're probably lower quality though. And again, we don't have fuel. A lot of these are trained. I guess it must have just been me who wasn't trained doing naval exercises. Maybe we can help Germany fight the Japanese or something. But that starts to feel like I'm forced again. I'm talking about this is also with the caveat of me increasing world tension. Because otherwise I'm just frozen here because of the way things turned out. The Commune of France was eaten, so what the game considers the Second World War never started. You know, this might just be the last episode now that you guys have seen the Federation. Or what I might do is I might upload all the videos up to this one and then wait until they're all, and then so stop recording, wait until we get here, and then ask you guys what you think, or if you've seen enough. First federal election. We are ready to conduct our first federal election. This parliament is provisional and will only last until we can elect a more permanent assembly at a later date. While there are several smaller parties on the ballot, there are 3 that can realistically win the election. The Nordic Social Democratic Workers' Party is campaigning on the issue of public welfare and would like to keep the status quo in regards to federal and international affairs. The Conservative Party is promising to cut taxes and increase military spending. They are also in favor of maintaining the current status of the Federation. Lastly, the Scandinavian People's Party is a mixture of politicians and ideas, only united by their common dedication to Scandinavianism. They wish to increase the power of the Federation and conduct an active foreign policy to unite all Scandinavians in a single state. Who will win? Alright, we're going to go with the NSAP. But yeah, so Federal Council is still there. Well, that's a mistake. So, wow, immediately there's another election. So, were we supposed to have done this earlier? Or... Okay, so now we're doing a 4-year term. Ooh, you know what? I bet that other thing, this first election, was supposed to trigger before. And then once you hit 1941, then you get this. Or actually, I'm not sure. But Social Democrats again. So, hey, just like that. 70% powerful. Pretty good. Any events down here? These are anything that we want to go, trigger an event for to see what happens. I don't think so. Well, let's advance the integration in the meantime. Get our stability up a little bit more. Too early for the reactors. Okay. And I could, well, no, actually I can't. I was going to say I could modify my army a little bit to make it better in some ways. Let's get it training to get some army experience. Come on. There we go. Wow, making the fuel plummet. Commonwealth just can't get down into Mexico. They've run out of manpower. Well, now it's getting interesting. I guess we could... Can we at least send volunteers? Yes. Okay. Great. Great. Let's go find... I know I got one around here somewhere. An army guy. An armor guy is what I meant to say, right? Tell me I've got one. Cavalry. Two Sicilies. Joined the Entente. Do I not have an armor guy? Wow. Alright, that's fine. We'll just use Ranger. Yeah, there's forests in the United States. Could have done this earlier. I completely forgot about volunteers. Great. Alright, what are we least up on? Everything's pretty good. A little bit more equipment. No, not them. Let's trade with you. And we could go to limited exports, maybe. I don't think it's going to be that useful. At least we'll finally have a war going here soon. Help defeat the Commonwealth. Yeah. Alright, cool. Now, I'll take you all. Let's put you right here. Whoops, no, no, no. I'm going to put you right here. And we're going to start heading east. Chip into their cores. It looks like there's not even anybody here. There's some divisions there and there. Can we push through? Oh no, not even a little bit. Okay, that's fine. I don't even know what those templates look like. We have a few of them. That isn't good. This is better. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I can't make them any better. Give them the shark. Alright, let's turn these into those shark divisions. That doesn't help much more. But we need army experience so that I could actually make them into good templates. This is why Kaiserreich needs theorists. Just like vanilla. I hate to say this, but this is somewhere vanilla has them beat. So you can get some crawling army experience. Could just keep trying to push anyway. Organization's a bit better, right? If we did this and a force attack, any chance we can make something happen? Alright. Integration advancing is done. Could go for just getting more, just keep getting more and more political power. Wow, this is not even doing a little bit. At least they're not piercing me. But this could be much better. We just gotta be stronger overall. Okay. Let's get... Not construction, but... Let's start working on the excavation so I can hopefully free up some civilian factories in the long term. Alright. It's already able to get a little bit better. Oh, tell me they didn't go up their conscription. No, they're staying where they're at. Let's take a look at the actual casualties of the figures. No, that's not the right war. Filipino-German War? No. Where's the war with the Commonwealth in it? Is this Honduran one? No. This is it. Mexican-German. So they've lost 1 million manpower almost, while Mexico's lost about 400,000. So it isn't a blowout by any means, but Mexico is certainly taking less casualties. And they've got plenty more they can afford. But How many divisions are in the field? Commonwealth still has a lot more. A lot more fielded manpower. Yeah, weapons 3. Okay, well that's enough for today. So I might just wait until this episode is uploaded before I continue, but we might try to take out the Commonwealth just for fun. Anyway, maybe I'll see you next time. Maybe not. Hopefully. Bye.